blogger Roundup. It's myOrganized.life 3/16/18. That's March 16th, 2018.
Yes.
For those who can't read the numerals, we are live here on Facebook like we are every day.
Right, and it's Friday.
It is Friday,
Woo-hoo.
which is great. We love Fridays around here, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes, and
It's gone fast. This week has gone fast.
this week has gone really fast.
Yeah, I think since adding the show to our workday, it just makes it go so much faster.
Yes, it does.
I like
know.
it.
I was actually here late yesterday because trying to get it uploaded to YouTube.
I know, because we had those issues yesterday.
Yes, but right
buffering
after we
issues.
record and do this live here, then I run the recording and edit it and get it onto our YouTube channel,
Right.
which is Smead.organized.life. So anyway,
Correct.
let's
Yes.
move on here with the show. This is myOrganized.life Live. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
And this is the show where we give you organizing tips, advice, and get your feedback with questions and comments. And on a case like today, maybe you've even suggested some blogs to us because it is Blogger Roundup.
Blogger Roundup.
On Friday. We
Yes.
scour the web for the best organizing blogs, look for good articles that we can share. I think we found some good ones.
I think we did too.
Don't you think?
Yes,
Okay.
we did. Yep.
Good. Well, I am going to. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Am I going to start?
Well, before we start, let's
Okay.
have people put in the comments because I want to just find out where
they're watching from.
Where they're watching from, yeah. But I was going to say, we've got one coming up on multitasking. And
A tip, you mean? Or
Yeah,
part of the Blogger
an
Roundup.
article, yeah. And
okay.
before on this program, we've talked about how multitasking is bad, and today we're going to talk about how multitasking is good. So what do you
okay.
think? Put in the comments.
okay.
Even if you're watching this on the replay, right down there, just put whether you think multitasking is good or bad. And then as we get to that article in a little bit, we will reveal the other side.
There's a little twist to this article.
There is.
A little
and there's
bit.
tips that go on how you
Right.
can actually be
The type
successful
of multitasking.
at multitasking.
Right?
All right, let's pull up article number 1.
Okay, so I'm going to start with our friend Laura Whitman.
That's
She's
right.
up in Canada, correct?
Yep. The Org Junkie.
Org Junkie.
We've had her on the podcast, too, before.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, her website is I'm an Organizing Junkie. Oh, that's the name of her company,
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm an organizing junkie.
Her website is
orgjunkie.com.
orgjunkie.com.
That's right.
So her little tip today, it's not really a tip, but it's kind of about how she revamped her living room for a blanket. I know
this sounds kind of crazy.
It sounds weird. It sounds really weird.
But you know what we've been talking about this week? On Monday, we
Yeah.
did organizing your space, whether you had too much or too little.
Yep.
We've talked about space planning. We did on yesterday's show, we did solutions for
Right.
some of those tight spaces on your
In
desk,
your office,
in your
yep.
office. So we're going to take a twist on this article because basically, if you read this article, you're going to say, well, what's the big deal?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
But
it kind of makes sense.
It does.
So
and it's like she's got limited space and she wanted to move things around. And, this reminds me of my daughter who likes to remodel her room like every 2 or 3 months.
Every teenage daughter likes to, or a girl likes to do
Yeah,
that.
you put the bed here this month and it's there and then it's
Yep.
there. And she's come up with actually some pretty creative designs.
Well, in your office, when you moved to that office, you revamped
I had
that
to
thing.
change it.
You had to change it.
Yes.
So anyway, Laura has this blanket
Yes.
in the winter that always sits on her couch.
Okay.
She got a new couch.
And in Canada, you need blankets.
And in Canada, you need
It gets
blankets.
darn cold up there.
Yep. She got a new couch, and with the couch and a combination of spring,
Yeah.
she wanted to put the blanket away.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so she has
She
this.
doesn't have a closet to put the blanket away?
I guess not. She
Okay.
talked about this basket that has sat underneath her coffee table for years.
Is that picture, let me put the slide back up too, because I
Maybe.
can't remember if that one is in there. I think it is, yeah. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, here
that's
we go.
okay.
Put
So
it
that's
up.
the first.
So there's that
basket
wonderful basket under
that she
her-
bought at a grocery store. She
Yes.
said, like eons ago.
Yeah.
So that basket has been used for multiple purposes.
Okay.
All throughout all these years. So she's like, okay, I'm going to put the blanket in the basket. Well, in the basket was games,
Okay.
and then now she needed a spot for the games.
Okay.
So it was kind of like this.
Kind of like a domino effect, right?
Yeah, domino effect of, okay,
Right.
now the games have to go somewhere. Where am I going to put the games? She wanted to keep some of them up in the living room where they play.
Yep.
And so she found a different spot in the living room underneath this end table for the games.
For the games.
And then
Okay, but what was under the end table? Or that?
CDs.
Okay, so then what do you do with the CDs?
So then she was going to put them in this other basket. And it's
Okay.
like, well, I don't want to lose this valuable basket space. Then it dawned on her, hey, I don't even use these CDs anymore. All this music is already on my phone. So she donated the CDs.
So anyway, you have this chain reaction.
Yeah, it's chain
you start
reaction.
with trying to organize and figure out a place to put the blanket.
Yep.
You displace the games displace the CDs,
And the CDs,
you realize that not
don't
many people listen to CDs
Right.
anymore. We're all on Spotify. So.
Right. So yeah, so that was pretty interesting. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, it starts with a blanket, and then it's kind of like when you go to clean out your closet and you find the one thing and you sit there and looking at it for an hour, and then time passes and it's time for dinner and you've gotten nothing done with the closet.
Well,
but she did get something done with her living room.
Yeah. Well, the takeaway here for those thinking, what is the takeaway here, is that if you have tight spaces, sometimes it's one in, one out. Right. We've talked about that before. And so, what do you have if you're trying to organize and find a place for something? What else might you have to displace in order to do it? And those little small changes can make a big difference in your organizing.
Right. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
So that was Laura Whitman from orgjunkie.com.
All right. Let me let's see. The next one is our friend Deb Lee.
Ooh, Deb Lee.
DAllisonLee.com.
Now she's a tech junkie. I know that.
She is. Yeah. So we have org junkie. Now we have tech
junkie.
Or
yeah.
Actually, more appropriate would be app junkie.
App junkie. She's obsessed with her apps.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get her on the show here to talk more about apps because she's always a fun one to talk about. I think she must be like a beta tester for apps because she's always loading new ones on and trying them out. So anyway, her blog, DAllisonLee.com, this week has good multitasking, 8 ways to creatively do 2 things at the same time.
But we talked a couple weeks ago how multitasking was bad.
Yes.
With Debbie Rosemont.
Yes, and I want to go into the comments here because I want to see if anybody has put in their vote. And if you haven't, go ahead and put in your comments right now if you think multitasking is good or bad, because I want to know.
And how do you feel about it?
Well, how do I feel about multitasking? Well, I don't think I'm very good at it.
No, I don't think I am either.
But I think I'm doing. I think I'm doing the right thing by trying to get this thing done at this thing done at the same time, and sometimes it's not as effective.
And Deb has actually said in this article that she has actually told her readers that multitasking is bad.
Yes.
But this is a little bit more, what's the word? Specialized? Not specialized. It's a unique.
Of course,
new
it's Deb Lee. She's got a hack on multitasking.
Yes, right. Of course.
It's probably an app for this,
probably.
but not.
So what does she say?
Well, she says, first of all, it's multitasking. And she has said this even on her own blog, and you'll see links in her blog on this, that it's bad for your brain. However, and we've said that when we did Blogger Roundup a few weeks ago, we talked about multitasking is not good. But she is going to talk about this thing called task switching, or shifting. We shift our attention from one thing to another, and that's what makes multitasking bad. We're not focused here, and then we're going to do this, and we're going back and forth. So, and if we do that at a rapid fire pace, we're less efficient.
Right.
So what she is saying, how can we do 2 tasks at the same time?
Okay.
And so she's got this concept of if you look at these tasks as action sets, the first action is what, or the task that you're actively focused on, and then the when, which is the block of time. So think about the multitask being, what you're focusing on, and then also the block of time. And she gives some great examples, 8 ways to do this, and some of these you can relate to. So number 1 is this action set is what is cleaning out your car, and when do you do it? When you're filling up your car with gas. So,
that
sounds pretty simple. So you go and you need to fill your car up with gas. And, I was thinking about this. You could almost set a timer. I don't know what it takes, 2 or 3, 4 minutes to do that. Roughly. What could you clean up? If you cleaned your car for 3 or 4 minutes every time you filled up your gas, you would stay ahead of the game.
Yep. Definitely,
so
clear out all those wrappers, receipts, everything that collects in the middle there. Just
we don't want to
toss it out, and the trash can's right there, outside the pump.
So that's a great action set. Action set number 2, listen to a podcast when you're exercising. So you're able to exercise, and you're also listening to the podcast. Now, what podcast do you think people should listen to?
Probably the Keeping You Organized podcast.
That's right, and
which debuts every Wednesday on this show.
Live.
Imagine that.
That is that is one of the best tips I think we've heard in any blog. But, she didn't mention the podcast, but she's been on our podcast many times too. So if you want to get a taste of Deb Lee, go to Smead.com/podcast and just either type in the search bar Deb Lee or scroll down. You can see we've done lots of different episodes with her. Okay, number 3. What is listen to or read a book? We all
Okay.
like doing that.
Yep.
When? During your morning commute. Now, wait a minute.
Wait, I can't read a book while I'm driving.
And we're not going to tell
We're
my
not gonna-
travel story from before. No,
No,
that's a bad
that's
story.
right.
You'll
That
have
is a
to
bad story.
read my memoirs when they come out on what happened about reading.
When
and
your
driving.
wife almost
I think it
strangled
means
you.
like when if the reading part, at least if you're on a bus or,
On a bus
you
or a
take
train
an
or whatever.
Uber or whatever to
Yep.
work, you can use that time. But definitely listen. What could you listen to?
Well, we already said a podcast.
Well, I think that's a great
That's
suggestion.
okay. That's an
keeping you organized.
Yes,
right?
I suppose.
All
Okay,
right.
she did say a book, but
Yeah, or listen to a book, or
Yeah.
listen to music.
kind of just
whatever.
lets your brain
Yeah,
maybe unwind a
chill
little
out a
bit
little
before
bit.
work.
Okay.
Okay.
Action set number 4. What you need to do is review your day and plan ahead. We all need to do that task, right? Well,
Yep.
what task can we do while we're doing that? During your morning or evening commute. Again, kind of hard while you're driving,
Yep.
but if you're in an Uber or a bus or something like that, get your planner out or your phone if it's on. Like Deb Lee's got, I don't know, 25
Evernote,
Google, 25 Google
yeah.
calendars on her phone.
Right.
She can, you plan your day out and get what's organized next.
Okay.
So. Number 5, what? Exercise. Well, we talked about that earlier. It says during your morning or evening commute.
How do you exercise?
I think
Jumping
you-
jacks in the car?
No, you run to work.
Oh my gosh! Okay, I'd have to run 8 miles every day.
Yeah, so it would be a long one. Or, there's other things you can do. Bike. A lot of people bike to work.
Yeah, I guess if you're in that.
Yeah, I know a guy here in Minnesota who he rides his bike every day to work, and I think it's like 10 miles.
Oh
and
my
he even
gosh.
does it in the winter.
So he has big snow tires on his
No,
bike?
he doesn't. He's like, I don't know
He's
how he
got
does it like when it's icy in the
Really?
snow. Every year, he puts the whole gear on.
Oh my
and-
gosh, he must be in
Yeah.
tip-top shape.
But we maybe you could chase the bus if you're a little late.
Maybe you should start
No.
riding your bike to work and let us
No.
know how that goes.
No, I would ride my bike to work if I worked like 2 doors down. That's about
Not,
it.
15 miles?
Yeah.
If that's what you
yeah,
are?
Yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. All right, multitask set number 6. Do laundry during nap time.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Well, we all like naps.
Yep.
I don't know if you can classify that as a thing to do, but I definitely like doing it.
I think it's a healthy thing to do.
It is.
Isn't
I mean,
napping healthy?
They say it's healthy too, and I think the point here is like, well, you're going to have to do laundry, and we all know when you do laundry, you put it in, and what are you going to do? Wait the 45 minutes?
Right.
So why not take the nap while the laundry's on? You kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I like
Good
that
idea, yep.
suggestion.
And doesn't she say something about a coffee nap too?
Yes, I think
Which is
that
probably right up your alley?
Yes, it says you can
Like
20 minutes before you take that nap, grab a cup of coffee. And she says, why drink coffee? Because wouldn't that wake you up? But it turns out coffee naps are fabulous because you'll be even more alert when you wake up. It just keep your naps down to 20 to 30 minutes.
Yep. Okay.
Now, I don't know if that works or not, but I think the reason is because caffeine takes a while to kick in.
Kick in, sure.
So I love that idea.
Sure you do.
All right, write a blog post outline while you're washing your car. Now, I think what
Again,
she
you
means
can't
is-
really have this paper out while you've got the
Right.
sponge because
I think she's talking about, she's watching that car go through
through
the
the
car
glass.
wash while she's sitting there writing the blog post.
Okay.
And she, in fact, said she wrote this blog post for her blog during
During that.
the time when
Okay.
she was at the car wash. So
a
I
good
guess
idea.
I guess it can be done.
There's a big parrot at the car
Yeah,
wash.
oh, I
at
love that one. Yeah, what
Paradise?
is it? Paradise
Yeah.
Car Wash. Shout out to them. Yeah,
Hey.
it's great.
I know.
If you like Paradise,
There's
no.
a parrot in
I
every.
know.
I didn't
The
know
huge
that.
one,
I
too.
know, and he talks and
Yeah.
everything. He's cool.
I know.
Really neat.
Okay, action set number 8. Read a book or a magazine while traveling on like a flight or on a
that's
train.
the best.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think
You
that's
know,
the
and I
best.
think you want to have stuff to do. You just don't want to sit there and stare.
No.
So unless the scenery is really great, but.
Out the window is not.
Anyway, let me put up the slide again
Okay.
so we can see where to get that. It's dallisonlee.com. And, I think you'll enjoy her blog. She's got a lot of great stuff. So,
We have a Facebook comment. Kathy Vines must be a friend of Allison's.
yeah.
I mean, not Allison. Deb.
Yeah, D.
D.
Allison.
Allison, because she's giving her a shout out. So that's nice.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm sure Deb would appreciate
Yes.
that too. So, anyway, okay. Third blog post.
Third blog post is from our friend Maria Gracia.
Yes,
From,
who's also been on a podcast
she's been
many
on
times.
a couple
Yep.
times. Get Organized Now is her website.
Okay, I'm going to put that slide up too.
And
there it is.
she talks about organizing challenges. Many challenges you can accomplish even if you're having a rough week.
Right, okay.
So these are kind of little simple tasks that might make you just feel good about just getting those little things checked off your list, even if it's like, ugh.
Contest and game, it's gamifying
Yes,
getting
yep,
organized, right?
Yep.
So give yourself a little contest or test, to
Just
see what you can
scratch
get done,
some things
right?
off the list. Yeah.
Okay.
So
what are
day
her
one,
points?
clean out clean out coffee cup rings.
Oh.
So you're a coffee drinker. Do you have
Yes.
mugs that get the ring around the inside?
Yeah,
Okay.
but we usually kind of clean them out. I don't do that on a daily. They don't stack up. Let's just say.
Okay. So this is just one day. I don't know
Okay.
if this is for the week or what.
Well,
It is for the week.
She's
Okay.
saying break the week up, right?
Break the week up,
into
yeah.
little things. Okay.
So basically, get the baking soda and water, make a
Yeah.
paste, scrub really hard,
Nice.
rinse them out. I have a story about that. I used to work at a restaurant, and once a
Okay.
week we would have to bleach the coffee cups, and that was my side work one night. So you had to put all the coffee mugs in this.
Add that to your resume. Professional coffee cup
No,
bleacher.
I ruined them.
Oh, you
I
did?
ruined the whole batch of coffee cups because we had to dump them in the big stainless steel sink,
Yeah.
and you're just supposed to dump a little bleach in the water and let it set overnight.
Oops.
Well, the next morning, the manager said, "Who had coffee cups last night?" And I said, "Me." She goes, "You dumped way too much bleach in." She went to pick up the coffee cups, and they were like,
Oh,
the
wow.
coating on the outside was disintegrating.
Oh, wow.
So don't over bleach
Do not
coffee
overbleach.
mugs.
Warning.
It was so weird. You could see your fingerprints like
Oh.
making a mark on the mug.
Now I have done the thing about accidentally spilling bleach like on a pair of blue jeans.
Oh,
It
yeah.
became a pair of white jeans.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay.
Anyway,
So that's
back to
number
this.
one.
Okay,
What's
back to one.
two?
Number two, squeaky door hinges.
Oh, okay. How do you do that?
Well, squirting a puff of powdered graphite alongside the pin where the hinge turns
Oh,
usually
interesting.
does the trick. You know, I think WD-40 works.
Yeah.
I don't know what powdered graphite
We all
is.
have those squeaky doors, right? in our
Yes.
house?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, terrible.
Yes. So that was day two. Day three is organize your batteries. So I think lots of people just have batteries thrown wherever in a
Yeah.
box or a bin or something. She says to get a battery organizer, then you can organize them by size.
Nice. That seems really organized.
Yes.
A battery organizer. Have you ever
Battery-
seen one before?
No, only in
I haven't.
pictures.
I
Never in
haven't.
person.
I have the box, and what happens is when you keep them in the pack, then they fall out of
Oh
the
my
pack,
gosh,
and you go,
it's
"Are
so
these
annoying.
are these new or used?" I can't tell.
I
but
know.
how-
Then you go to put them in the remote, and the remote is like,
Doesn't work.
It's half working. It's like,
Yes.
oh, that
Oh,
battery
no.
wasn't good.
Oh, wow.
Okay, day four, put 3 things away.
Okay,
So
that's a good one.
look around the room,
Yeah.
take 3 things that are out of place, and put them back
Do
in
you
your
get a
home.
reward, like a cup of coffee for putting 3 or 4 things
She
away?
doesn't say, but I'm sure you
Okay.
could work that in if you wanted.
You can make the rules of your own game,
Right,
right?
yep,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
Okay, day 5, I think you should do this one.
Okay.
Give your eyes some tender, loving care.
Okay. What in the world does that mean?
So soak 2 green tea bags in warm water for a few
Okay.
minutes, wring them out, and lay back and just put them on your
Ooh,
eyes.
Yes.
Just lay there and relax
Meditate.
for 5 minutes.
I can see it now.
Yeah, it reduces the puffiness
Nice.
and stress.
Oh yeah. Well, we have a lot of stress too, so
We do. This show is super stressful. So that's day 5.
Okay.
Day 6, reorganize your towels. So if your linen closet is looking a little shabby, if you're
Yeah.
got into the habit of just kind of throwing the towels in there, you'll feel better if you take them all out, refold them nicely,
Nice.
put them back, have them all facing the right or the same way, and it'll just be so much nicer when you go to open the linen closet the next time.
Now, do you have the same color towels
No.
in your bathroom, or you change so the colors can actually change in your bathrooms too? It's kind of change it
Right.
up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Day 7, say goodbye.
Bye bye.
Not to these people, but to a project that you are no longer interested in.
Oh,
So
give yourself permission to say.
Right. If you've started a knitting project and you're like,
Nice.
I'm not into it, just put it away
Wow.
or say goodbye to it.
All
Just
right.
give yourself permission to give up.
Great. Well, Maria's got, I know we did a podcast, and again, if you go to smead.com/podcast and scroll down, she had like these 10 tips for spring cleaning, which
Yep.
would be very, I
Yep.
can't remember if it was last spring or the spring before, but you definitely want to check out that podcast because she's got some fun things in there on how to, tackle spring cleaning. I think she likes to make life fun, don't you?
She does, yes.
Okay.
She's fun to talk to.
Let's
too.
put up her
Okay.
webpage again. It's getorganizednow.com. That's Maria Gracia.
Gracias.
I like saying that.
I know you do.
Gracia. Good. All right. Well, it is Friday, so that
Yes.
means the week is over,
Week is
right?
over. It's been a
Oh,
good
my
week.
Goodness.
Yep.
What that means on Monday, we're going to do a little flashback, maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Check
I
out
can't
one of
remember
our
who's on
older
tap for that.
podcast episodes
Episodes.
and see what pearls of wisdom from the past come out. So that's good. That's always a good one. Tuesday
Tuesday is
we've got articles that
articles.
we like to feature
Yep.
and from our own website. SmeadOrganized.life is got hundreds of organizing tips both for home and office. So make sure you check that out.
Smead.com/organizedlife.
Yeah, or you can go to the blog on Smead.com. You can find it any way you want.
Right.
And if you're actually looking for something specific on a specific topic, if you go to Smead.com and in the search bar just type whatever you're looking for, I almost guarantee you we are going to have something on that blog that will help you with some kind of organizing challenge that you have.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. And then podcast next Wednesday, part two
of Lisa Woodruff, Sunday Basket.
Yeah, Sunday Basket organizing, a very interesting concept. If you missed that, our Wednesday show, we do it every Wednesday. We debut our podcast, and no exception for next week.
Right.
The week after, we will be taking a week off from our podcast because there's the Easter holiday coming up. We have a short week. We're going to be off Friday, so we won't come in on Good Friday to do the show either. So
we won't.
Anyway, some scheduling changes.
Yes.
Make sure you program your.
Do they have DVRs for Facebook
I
Live
don't
yet?
think so.
Probably not.
Anyway, and if you
All
if you ever miss any shows, you can. They're all as soon as we're done recording, they become archived on Facebook, which is neat. And
YouTube.
Also YouTube, SmeadOrganized.life on YouTube. Our consumer direct product site is myOrganized.life. So if you want to find
the
products
we talked about yesterday or any other.
Yesterday's episode is great. Go back and watch it because we
is.
talk about how you use unique spaces that are maybe hard to get organized and some products that can work for that. So, whoa, okay. Friday is over.
So that's a wrap, I think.
Have a great weekend.
Yes.
And you guys have a great weekend too. Leave in the comments any other questions. We'll be back to check the page and comments you have, and have a great weekend.